How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Today we probably have the most important video we'll be bringing to you, the basic rules of gun safety. Whether you're a first-time gun owner or an experienced shooter, this video will cover the basic rules along with some do's and don'ts regarding firearm safety. A lot of this may seem like it's common sense, but even experienced shooters can make these mistakes. If you're going to the range with a first-time shooter, this is a fantastic video to share with them to get them prepared. Without further ado, let's get into it. The first rule of gun safety is always keep your firearm pointed in a safe direction. This means never point your firearm at anything you do not intend to destroy. A very good habit to get into is always be aware of where your barrel is pointing. If you're checking your gun, if you're reloading your gun, be conscious of where your barrel is pointing at all times, because at the end of the day, you're the one responsible for your firearm. The second rule of gun safety is treat all firearms as though they are loaded and always know the status of your weapon. When we say the status of your weapon, we're referring to, is your gun loaded? Is there one in the chamber, or is your gun completely empty? Knowing the status of your weapon is extremely important in being a responsible gun owner. To check the status of your weapon, first make sure your gun is pointed in a safe direction. Then, drop the magazine out of your gun. Then, rack the slide twice. We do this to eject any bullet that is currently chambered in the gun. We do it twice just as a sanity check. From there, lock your slide back, visually and physically with your finger, check the barrel of your gun to make sure there's no bullet chambered. After you've done this, you can safely set down your gun, point it in a safe direction, or holster it. The third rule of gun safety is always keep your finger off the trigger until your sights are aligned and you're ready to shoot. Whenever you're not shooting, I like to keep my finger on the top of the frame portion right here or on the slide like that. Don't keep your finger hovering over here because it might just want to make its way back to the trigger. So a great place to put it is right up here on the upper part of your frame or on the slide itself. The fourth rule of gun safety is always be sure of your target and what is beyond it. What this means is you need to know what you're shooting at. You need to know what's behind it, what's to the left of it, what's to the right of it. You need to know that when you pull that trigger, you're going to hit your target. You are responsible for every round that leaves your gun. So let's say you miss, you're responsible for anything that happens while that bullet is in flight. Before we end this video, I want to go over some quick do's and don'ts regarding firearm safety, your first tip to the range, and just general information regarding firearms. One of the major do's is always wear ear and eye protection. Firearms can easily cause permanent and severe damage to your hearing and your eyesight. Always make sure you have ears and eyes on when operating a firearm. Another major do is be very familiar with your state's laws regarding firearms. Know what you can and can't do in your state is extremely important and can keep you out of jail. A major don't is do not bring your firearms loaded when you head to a range. This includes having one in the chamber and having your mags loaded. It's a big no-no. Go to the range, and the only time you should be loading or having a loaded firearm is when you are ready to shoot in your individual booth with your firearms pointed down range. Another big don't when you're visiting a gun store or a gun range is do not pull out your concealed carry when you're talking with the associates. It is for their protection and your own. If you wish to show something about your gun, please bring it in a sealed case, unloaded with no mags inside of the case. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We appreciate you sitting through this whole thing. For you new gun owners, hopefully you learned something that you could take to your first time at the range. For your experienced shooters, maybe this was a little refresher you needed. Let us know in the comments what you think about this video and what you'd like to see in future videos. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel so you can get notified when we post our next video. Stay safe, everybody, and have fun shooting.